Hey guys, JJ here with some big updates on the upcoming Resident Evil movie. We finally have new details straight from the director Zach Cregger himself on how this film will fit into the Resident Evil universe. So with that being said, let's get right into it. With Resident Evil's 30th anniversary right around the corner, we have a lot to look forward to. We have the upcoming Resident Evil 9 Requiem and the upcoming movie reboot directed by Zach Cregger. This information comes from Fangoria, who got to sit down with Zach Cregger and discuss his upcoming Resident Evil film. But before we get into it, if you enjoy this video, please leave a like, and for all the latest Resident Evil news, make sure to subscribe. Alright, Zach Cregger, the director behind Barbarian and this year's hit Weapons, is taking on the next big screen adaptation of Resident Evil. But unlike the previous movies, this one will exist within the same universe as the games, while telling an entirely original story. When asked directly if his movie would share the same world as the games, Cregger's response was simple: bullseye, yeah. He explained that the events of his story actually take place alongside the timeline of Resident Evil 2. But don't expect to see Leon Kennedy or any familiar faces at the center of this story. As Cregger put it, I'm not telling Leon's story. I'm not using any of the characters from the games. I'm telling my story that exists in the world of Resident Evil 2. You could play 2 and never know that the events of my story are happening right over there, but they are. He went on to clarify further, saying, I'm following the rules, but I'm not claiming any key canon characters because we have those in the games. When asked if the game canon exists around the story he's telling, Cregger confirmed yes. This approach may honestly be the safest way to handle it. Previous Resident Evil films tried to adapt the games into movies and failed time over time, butchering the characters and lore we know and love. It is a different direction from the original Resident Evil film series, which started back in 2002, or Welcome to Raccoon City in 2021. Cregger believes this method could bring the best of both worlds, faithful to the lore, but fresh enough to tell brand new stories. And if the movie succeeds, it might open up the door for familiar characters like Leon to show up in future sequels or spin-offs. Now, my personal thoughts on this: as long as the world, timeline, and source material is respected, I don't mind an original story. I would personally rather that than butchering the characters and established lore. It honestly reminds me of the Outbreak series. Brand new characters in Raccoon City during the Outbreak. With all the proper elements such as the script, acting, directing, etc., this could honestly be a decent Resident Evil movie. I don't want to speak too soon, and I've been burned in the past time and time again with the live-action Resident Evil films. But I'm not gonna lie, hearing that he's respecting the lore while writing his own original characters set within the world honestly has me a little more excited than I was before. There's no question about it. I have full faith in him as a director, but it's the studio heads I'm worried about. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. The new Resident Evil movie hits theaters on September 18th, 2026. Until then, we'll keep you posted on all the news as it drops. But now I'm curious to know your thoughts. Are you looking forward to the new Resident Evil film? What do you think about what Zach Cregger had to say? What do you think about Zach Cregger as a director? What Resident Evil movie would you like to see? Let me know down below in the comments and let's have a discussion about it. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and for all the latest Resident Evil news, make sure to subscribe. The Residents of Evil is a Patreon-supported channel and also supported by our YouTube members. So if you'd like to become a member and unlock access to custom badges, emojis, and exclusive live streams, click that join button down below. You can join our survival horror community on Discord, link will be in the description, and I have the Duke here to tell you a little about our sponsor, G Fuel.
Do you have need of anything for the road ahead? The Residents of Evil has expanded its services. Perhaps you're in need of a little pick-me-up. I recommend the G Fuel. You can even get a fair discount if you use the code ROE upon purchase. And as always, we thank you for your patronage, stranger.
As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and we hope to see you back at the Residents of Evil.